ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायण
नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
तो जयमुदीरये।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवतसेवया
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवति लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1 Chapter 16 Verse 16. Saratya Parshada Save Sevana Sakya Dautya
सारथ्य पार्षद सेवन सख्य दौत्या
Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman
वीरासुनानुगमन अस्त्वं प्रणमामि
नमः
Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnor
स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत् प्रणीतिं च विष्णोर्
Bhaktim Karoti Nrupati Charanarvinde
भक्तिं करोति नृपतेश्चरणारविन्दे
Saratya Parshada Sevana Sakya Dautya
सारथ्य पार्षद सेवन सख्य दौत्यः
Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman
वीरासनानुगमनस्त्वना प्रणामान्
Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnor
स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत्प्रणतिं च विष्णोर्
Bhaktim Karoti Nrupati Charanarvinde
भक्तिं करोति नृपतिश्चरणारविन्दे
Saratya Parshada Sevana Sakya Dautya
सारथ्य पार्षदसेवनसाख्य दौत्या
Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman
वीरासनानुगमनस्त्वना प्रणामान्
Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnor
स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत्प्रणतिं च विष्णोः
Bhaktim Karoti Nrupati Charanarvinde.
भक्तिं करोति नृपतेश्चरणारविन्दे
Anybody would like to recite?
शक्य दौत्य वीरासना अनुगमन अस्त्वं प्रणमान् अस्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत् प्रणतिं च विष्णो भक्तिं करोति नृपतिश्चरण अरविन्दे
प्रीति रूपिणी और संतुष्ट निताय
सारथ्य पार्षद सेवना सख्य दौत्या
सारथ्य पार्षद सेवन सख्य दौत्य
वीरासनानुगमन सत्वन प्रणामान्
वीरासनानुगमनस्तवन प्रणामा
स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत् प्रणतिं च विष्णो
स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत्प्रणतिं च विष्णु
भक्तिं करोति नृपतिश्चरणारविन्दे
भक्तिं करोति नृपते चरणारविन्दे
सारथ्य पार्षद सेवन साख्य दौत्य
सारथ्य पार्षद सेवन सख्य दौत्य
वीरासनानुगमनस्त्वन प्रणामान्
वीरासनानुगमनस्तवन प्रणामान्
स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत्प्रणतिं च विष्णो
स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत्प्रणतिं च विष्णु
भक्तिं करोति नृपतिश्चरणारविन्दे
भक्तिं करोति नृपति चरणारविन्दे. Translation purport by His Divine Grace of Charanarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms: Saratya, acceptance of the post of a chariot driver.
Saratya,
acceptance of the post of a chariot driver.
Parshada, acceptance of the presidency in the assembly of the Rajasuya sacrifice.
Prasada, acceptance of the presidency in the assembly of the Rajasuya sacrifice.
Sevana, engaging the mind constantly in the service of the Lord.
Sevana, engaging the mind constantly in the service of the Lord.
Sakya, to think of the Lord as a friend.
Sakya, to think of the Lord as a friend.
Dautya, acceptance of the post of a messenger.
Dautya, acceptance of the post of the messenger.
Veera asana, acceptance of the post of a watchman with a drawn sword at night.
Veerasasana, acceptance of the post of the watchman with the drawn sword at night.
Anugamana, following in the footsteps.
Following in the footsteps.
Stavana, offering of prayers.
Stavana, offering of the prayers.
Pranaman, offering obeisances.
Pranaman, offering the obeisance.
Snigdeshu, unto them who are malleable to the will of the Lord.
Snigdeshu, unto them who are malleable to the will of the Lord.
Pandushu, unto the sons of Pandu.
Pandushu, unto the sons of Pandu.
Jagat, the universal.
Jagat, the universal.
Pranathim, one who is obeyed.
Pranathim, one who is obeyed.
Cha and Vishnu of Vishnu.
Vishnu of Vishnu.
Bhaktim,
Devotion.
Bhaktim, devotion.
Devotion.
Karoti, does.
Karoti,
does.
does.
Nrupati, the king.
Nrupati, the king.
Charanaravinde, unto his Lord's feet.
Charanaravinde, unto his Lord's feet.
Translation, please repeat after me. Maharaja Parikshit heard that out of his causeless mercy,
Maharaja Parikshit heard about his causeless mercy.
Lord Krishna, Vishnu, who is universally obeyed,
Lord Krishna,
Vishnu is universally obeyed,
rendered all kinds of service to the malleable sons of Pandu,
rendered all kinds of service to the
malleable sons of Pandu
by accepting posts ranging from chariot driver to president to messenger,
by accepting posts ranging from chariot driver to president to messenger,
friend, night watchman, etc.
friend, night watchman, etc.
according to the will of the Pandavas,
according to the will of the Pandavas,
obeying them like a servant and offering obeisances like one younger in years.
Obeying them like a servant and offering obeisances like one younger in years.
When he heard this,
When he heard this,
Maharaja Parikshit became overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord.
Raja
when
Parikshit
Parikshit
became
became
overwhelmed
overwhelmed
with it.
devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord.
Purport.
Purport. Lord Krishna is everything to the unalloyed devotees like the Pandavas. The Lord was for them the supreme Lord, the spiritual master, the worshipable deity, the guide, the chariot driver, the friend, the servant, the messenger, and everything they could conceive of. And thus the Lord also reciprocated the feelings of the Pandavas. Maharaja Parikshit, as a pure devotee of the Lord, could appreciate the Lord's transcendental reciprocation of the feelings of his devotees. And thus he himself also was overwhelmed with the dealings of the Lord. Simply by appreciating the dealings of the Lord with his pure devotee, one can attain salvation. The Lord's dealings with his devotees appear to be ordinary human dealings, but one who knows them in truth becomes at once eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. The Pandavas were so malleable to the will of the Lord that they could sacrifice any amount of energy for the service of the Lord, and by such unalloyed determination they could secure the Lord's mercy in any shape they desired.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swami Nitinamine. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaurakatha Damadaya Nagara Gramatarine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavade Paschatya Desatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Dvaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namah Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudanam Mukam Karo Divachalam Pangun Langai Tegiri Metkirpatam Hamande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Pramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hari Om Tat Sat. So it's a very, very beautiful, heart-touching words. Saratya Parshada Sevana Sakya Dautya. All kind of services the Supreme Personality of God has taken. This is the exchange of love between the Lord and the devotee. It is not Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, that became servant. He is Master, the Supreme, but we may not calculate the Master and the Supreme by our material experience. Just like in our material experience, we see the Master is always Master and the servant is always servant. But in the spiritual world, sometimes the Master is the servant also. This is called absolute world. So there is distinction here between master and the servant. But in the spiritual world, there is no such distinction between master and the slave or servant. Sometimes the servant is rendering service to the Lord, and sometimes the Lord is serving to the master. So just like Krishna, when he was playing with his friends, so there was sporting, and in the sporting, there is defeat and victory. So if some of the friends who would become victorious, then the challenge was that one who will be defeated, the victorious person will ride on his shoulder. That was the challenge. So when Krishna became defeated, the other boys, they rose up and got up on the shoulder of Krishna, and Krishna had to carry them. So although Krishna is master, but he became a servant. Just like Krishna, when he was playing as a child of Mother Yashoda. So he was taken with stick. Krishna, if you become again very naughty, then see the stick. So Krishna used to cry. There are very nice verses in the Kunti's prayer we have seen that the whole universe is afraid of Krishna, and Krishna is afraid by the stick of Mother Yashoda. Just see, this is Krishna. This is spiritual world. When Krishna was a little boy playing, Nanda Maharaj, father of Krishna, Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they are foster father and mother. Real mother, father is, Vasudeva and Devaki. So Nanda Maharaj came within the house and saw little Krishna. Yes, he was playing. So Nanda Maharaj challenged Yashoda Mai, your Krishna can do something work? Oh yes, why not? He can do anything. Immediately, Nanda, Yashoda Mata, Mother Yashoda ordered Krishna, just carry the wooden slipper of your father and go there. So Krishna immediately took the slipper on his head and brought it to Maharaja Nanda. Then Nanda Maharaj said, oh, your Krishna is very good. Come on, come on, come on. These are, the childhood pastimes of Krishna was enjoyed by the foster father and mother in this way. Therefore, all the sages were surprised. What pious activities this Mother Yashoda did, that Krishna is completely under her control? Completely. The supreme controller, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Krishna is the supreme controller. There is no controller of Krishna. Krishna, the supreme Lord, Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. He is the original person. So who can be his father and mother? He is the father of everyone. The supreme father, Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya Sambhavanti Murtayo Yaha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in all species of life, as many forms are there, I am the seed-giving father of all of them. So nobody can be Krishna's father, right? Nobody can be controller of Krishna. Nobody can be master of Krishna. Krishna is the supreme. Matta parataram nanyat. He says in Bhagavad Gita, nobody is superior than me. But he accepts inferior position out of love. If you love Krishna, the Mayavadi philosopher, they are very much eager to become one with Krishna, merge into the existence of Krishna. That's their perfection. And Vaishnava philosophy is, what is there becoming one with Krishna? We want to become father of Krishna. This is Krishna philosophy. Why I shall be one with my son? We want to become master of Krishna. Just like the gopis. Gopis, they were addressing Krishna with very slanting language. But Krishna enjoyed. He enjoyed that. That is service to Krishna. So everyone worships Krishna as the supreme. Sometime Krishna becomes disgusted that everyone is coming, simply offering me respect, obeisance. Nobody comes to chastise me. So who can chastise Krishna? His devotee. Therefore, a devotee who comes to the position of chastising Krishna, he is more liked by Krishna. That is Krishna's position. So here, about the Pandavas, it is described that Krishna accepted Saratya Parshada Sevana Sakya Dautya. Just see, Saratyam, Krishna's another name is Partha Sarathi. Partha means Arjuna. Pritha, Partha means the son of Pritha. Kunti's another name is Pritha. Kunti's father's name is Prithu. So Kunti's name was Pritha. Therefore, Arjuna's name was Partha. And because Krishna served as the chariot driver of Krishna, his another name is Parthasarathi. So it is a fact that God has no name. Sometimes some philosopher says that God has no name. That is a fact. But why God has so many names? These names are calculated according to his pastime. Just like Krishna is known as Devaki Nandan, because he appeared as the son of Devaki. Therefore, his name is Devaki Nandana. By the action, Krishna is known as Yashodanandana. Because Krishna acted as the son of Mother Yashoda, his name is Yashodanandana. Krishna's name is Radharamana. Because Krishna enjoyed with Radharani, therefore his name is Radharamana. Krishna's name is Govinda because he gave pleasure even to the cows. Therefore, his name is Govinda. Or Krishna gives pleasure to every sense. Go means also senses. Goswami, we say controller of senses. So, therefore, his name is Govinda. There are so many thousands and millions of names of Krishna. Actually, his name is calculated in relationship with a devotee always. That is Krishna's name. And there are devotees in all fields of life, amongst human beings, among demigods, among plants, among trees, among animals, among insects, everywhere. Krishna has got his relationship. So therefore, the supreme name of the Lord is Krishna. Krishna means all attractive. That is the meaning. Please, Krishna's name, this is a supreme name, Krishna, all attractive. He can attract everyone, irrespective of in which body the living entity is loitering. So the statement that God has no name, that is fact, but he has got his name in relationship with his activities with the devotees. That is the truth. So Krishna worked as Sarathi, as it is stated here, Saratyam Parshada Sevana Sakya Dautya. Saratyam, he acted as a chariot driver of Arjuna. Therefore, Krishna's name is Partha Sarathi. So Krishna did all these things. He acted as a chariot driver. He acted as the president of the assembly, Parshada. Not that he is eternally chariot driver. Eternally servant is the human being, or the living entity is eternally servant. Eternally master is Krishna. In Vaikuntha, in the spiritual world, there is equality with God and living entities. They enjoy on equal level, but everyone knows that here is the supreme. That is spiritual world. When Krishna drives, Arjuna does not forget that he is my chariot driver. He knows that Krishna is the supreme. But he is so kind, he has accepted the post of my chariot driver. This is the spiritual sense. And sometimes by the influence of Yoga Maya, Krishna also forgets that he is the supreme personality of Godhead. And the devotee also forgets that he is eternal servant of Krishna. That is the action of Yoga Maya. So this Krishna consciousness movement is gone. There are so many things to learn. And when practically one learns everything, not everything, as far as possible, at least perfection, then his position is Janma Karma Chame Divyam Yevam Yoveti Tatvatah. So anyone who learns about Krishna is Janma. He has no father, but he is accepting a father. Therefore, Janma. Janma means birth. When there is birth, there must be father and mother. So when Krishna takes his birth, appears as a son, so there must be father and mother. But who can be his father and mother? His devotee only, because his business is with the devotees always, with no other else, only with devotees. When he wants father and mother, the devotee must be father. Even when he wants some enemy also, the devotee will become his enemy. What to speak of father and mother? Therefore, he is all attractive. He is as much attractive to his father and mother. Similarly, he is attractive to the small calf also. You have seen the picture of Krishna is embracing a calf. He is not simply embracing Radharani or the gopis. He is embracing the insignificant animal calf. Therefore, he is all attractive. And when the calf goes to Krishna, this is, if you read Krishna book, you will understand it is described there, how all the cows and calves were so much attached to Krishna. That is Vrindavan. Everyone is attached to Krishna. It doesn't matter whether he's human being or plant or trees or water or animal or the land or the flowers or the fruits, but whatever there is, they all attracted to Krishna. Similarly, if we become attracted to Krishna, we are attracted to naturally, because actually we love Krishna. That is a fact, but we have forgotten it. We are under illusion. Just you analyze yourself. Why we love this body? It is very easy to understand. Because the soul is there. Does anybody loves a dead body? No. Is there any instance a dead body is loved and embraced and taken into the room and kept it? Nobody cares. Throw it or burn it. So the body is not a lovable object. But because the soul is there within the body, therefore we love this body. This house. If the house is vacant, nobody will come. But because there is Krishna, or because there are devotees of Krishna, so many people would come. Not that the house is lovable. Similarly, if you analyze, you love this body, you work so hard day and night to keep this body fit. Why? Because the proprietor of the body, soul, is there. Then the love transfers from body to the soul. Then why do you love the soul? Because it is part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore, we love the soul. So ultimately, the love goes to Krishna only. This is natural feeling of love between Krishna and between living entities. But the Maya is interrupting the relation. It is called illusion. The process of interruption is called illusion. Otherwise, every one of us, we love Krishna. Every one of us. You analyze. You see that ultimately it goes to Krishna. Therefore, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said, Nitya Siddha Krishna Bhakti. The loving attitude of the living entity towards Krishna is Nitya Siddha. That is eternal fact. Not that we are preaching Krishna consciousness movement. Artificially, we are creating some situation that a person may love Krishna. No, that's not. That's not the fact. We are cleansing the process which has covered our Krishna Bhakti. Shravanadi Suddha Chitte Haraye Udaya. The love for Krishna is there automatically. Everyone loves, but it is now covered by Maya. So Shravanadi Suddha Chitte, just like when you become deceased, actually your position is normal. That you can eat nicely, you can sleep nicely, you can talk nicely, that is healthy life. But when you cannot eat nicely, when you cannot sleep nicely, you cannot have sex life nicely, you take the help of a physician, the physician helps you, not that artificially he is creating some machine in you so that you can eat. The eating process is already there. You competent to eat, but it has been disrupted by another influence, an infection that is called Maya. Similarly, Krishna Bhakti, or our love for Krishna, is eternally a fact. Some way or other, it has been interrupted by the influence of Maya. And we have to cleanse this, or as the physician cures the disease. So this Maya means an illusion, which is our disease covering the soul, so that forgetting Krishna. So, but this particular illusion is not a fact. So actually you can eat, but something has come between you and your healthy life. That is disease. So not to become Krishna conscious is a disease. To become Krishna conscious is healthy. That is real health. Not to become Krishna conscious, to become a demon, that is disease. So our process is to cure that disease. Not that we are enforcing something by some artificial means. That's not possible. Otherwise, in the foreign countries, for Krishna, there is no foreign country actually, because he is the proprietor of every country. Everything that is created emanated from Krishna Matta Parataram Nanyat. But people think that Krishna is a foreign name and he is Indian God. Like that, people are thinking in foreign countries. But actually, that's not foreign for Krishna. So, for example, Srila Prabhupada used to give the examples. This is American sun and this is Indian sun, or this is African sun. No, sun is one. Similarly, God is one. There cannot be two gods, American God, an Indian God, or African God. God is only one. But when God consciousness comes into awakening, then we can understand what is God. Therefore, in the Bhagavatam, it is said that Atha Sri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grahyam indriya, by our this diseased senses, blunt senses. Diseased means blunt condition. So Atha Sri Krishna Nama Adi. Simply I speak Krishna is God and you hear it. It will not be appreciated. It will not be appreciated. By Krishna God. You will make so many protests. But actually Krishna is God. Atha Sri Krishna Nama Adi. Not only Krishna, to accept Krishna as God, to hear about his name also, just like we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is Krishna's name. So this name and Krishna's form, Krishna's quality, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's entourage, Atha Sri Krishna Nama Adi. Nama Adi means beginning from the name. Adi means beginning. So we can understand Krishna from the name. When name is perfectly chanted, then the form. then the pastimes, then the quality and all other things in relation to Krishna becomes revealed. Atha Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriya. But these blunt senses cannot appreciate what is Krishna. Then how it will be appreciated? Sevan mukhehi jikhvadhau swayam yeva spuratyada. When we engage our tongue, Krishna consciousness begins from the tongue, not from the eyes. So somebody want to see Krishna, fool, they will see that Guru Maharaj, who is representative of Krishna, in that way they can. But they want to see so-called Krishna, but to see real Krishna, one has to purify the eyes. For the so-called Krishna, you will get bogus guru. So purify the senses, not that anyone comes, I am Krishna, and I can see and I am become perfect. No. Sevan mukhe. How the senses will be purified? By Sevan mukha, by rendering service for many, many thousands of years. If one is engaged in the service of Krishna, then one day there is chance of understanding what is Krishna. Krishna is not so easy thing. Atha Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriya. Sevan mukhehi jikhvadau. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye. Krishna seeing is not so easy. Manushyanam sahasreshu, out of many millions of people, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye. To siddha, to become siddha, is not that I go on doing all nonsense work, I become perfect man. No. Tapasa brahmacharyena samena dabena va tyagena satya sauchabhyam. Bhagavatam says this is a process. How to become perfect? The rascals, they cannot become perfect. These are the process. One has to undergo austerity, penance, brahmacharyena, completely cessation from sex life. Not that any rascal doing everything and he has realized Krishna, he has seen Krishna. These are all rascaldom. Krishna is param, pavitram, param, bhavam, param, brahma, param, bhavam, pavitram, paramam, bhavan. So to go to Krishna, one requires to be perfectly purified. Just like without becoming fire, you cannot enter into fire. If your body is not fire, as soon as you enter fire, you will be burnt. But you take another fire and push it into the fire, there is no reaction. There is no reaction. Just like to live within the water, you must have a particular type of body, watery body, so that living within the water, you will not be infected. Human being, if he artificially enters into the water for a few hours, he can remain. That is also with great difficulty, he will feel bodily pain. But the fishes within the water, they are living very peacefully, happily for hundreds of years. So this is real fact. You cannot enter into an atmosphere without being fit for living in that atmosphere. Is it very difficult to understand? Because they are going to the moon planet and this planet. Why they are coming back then? Because they have no arrangement to make the body fit to live there. So God's creation is like that. You cannot by force enter into any atmosphere unless you become fit to live there. That is God's creation. By force, you cannot live within water. By force, the fish cannot live on the land. Then you will die. Similarly, by force, you cannot enter into the moon planet. Therefore, they are frustrated. It is not possible. Similarly, without being Krishnaized, you cannot understand what is Krishna. You cannot associate with him. That is the process of Krishna consciousness. To become perfectly Krishnite, as good as Krishna, that is purification process. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam. Nirmalam means purification. Now we are samalam. We have got so many dirty things with us. One has to become nirmalam. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. First business is to become free from the designation. If you think yourself that I am American, I am Christian, I am Hindu, I am Indian, I am boy, I am girl, I am black, I am white, thick, I am thin. These are all designation. So sarva upadi vinirmuktam. When you become transcendental to all these designations, when you come to the platform to understand that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, then you become happy. So long we are with designations, we are not happy. To become designationless means feeling complete happiness. That is a test. If you simply artificially say that I am not identifying with this body, that's a fact, but real identification, no identification with the body will be realized when you don't feel pains and pleasures. Sarva upadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmala. Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam. When your senses will be purified in that way, without any designation, then you can begin devotional service. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, this Rupa Goswami's teaching is mentioned. Sarva upadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam bhakti ruchyate. This is a definition of bhakti. Hrishika. Hrishika means the senses. Hrishikesha means the Hrishika means the sense, and Hrishikesha means Hrishika Isa. Isa means controller. So one who knows Sanskrit, the Sandhi, Hrishikesha, Hrishika Isha, because Krishna is the master of the senses. So his name is Hrishikesha. Krishika Isha. Krishna is purified, the most purified personality. Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. So transcendental, completely purified. So unless you are also completely purified, how you can touch Krishna? This is common sense thing, right? Reasoning. Therefore, Krishna realization is not so easy. You just train them now. This is not the process. This is, then you shall sit down backside and before the deity, it should not be done. From the childhood, it should be trained up. Kaumaram Acharit Prajno, Ihan Bhagavatan, Sri. So, Dharman Bhagavatan Iha. Durlabha Manavam Janmam. Just see. So this is called purification. To learn how to sit down before the deity, how to talk before the deity. So everything should be learned. There are seva aparata, 64 kinds of offenses in the services. So we have to become offenseless. Then Krishna will accept your service. Not by making a show. Krishna will accept your service when you are sevan mukhehi jihvadau swayam eva spuratyada. Automatically there will be. As soon as you are purified, automatically Krishna will appear immediately. Krishna will appear. Krishna is there. Therefore, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Samtas Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Chama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Brahma Samhita says, Brahma is telling, those who are purified, Shanta Sadaiva Hridayeshu, saintly person, Santa, they can see Krishna in every second, every moment. How? Shamam Tripanga Lalitam, the Triban formam Sham Sundara, they can see. Because they have been purified. After purification, there will be prema, love, premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena. How to see? Apply the love as ointment on the eyes, then you can see Krishna. Otherwise, no chance. The symptoms of purification, bhaved grahyam indre, through any senses you cannot perceive Krishna. But this love ointment, when you apply, then yes. The symptoms of purification is that when you don't love anything except Krishna, that is called purification. We have got our love, of course. So instead of loving Krishna, we are loving dog, cats, this person, that person, my country, my community, my family, my sister, my brother, my wife, my husband, my child, my children. So many ways, the love is distributed. So when you love Krishna, automatically you love other thing, naturally, that is. But at the present moment, we don't love Krishna. Only the other things we want to love. Love is there. Just like to keep the tree quite fitness. You have to pour water in the root. But if you simply, you give up the water to the root, and if you simply try to water the leaves and twigs and the branches, then what will you get? There will be declination of the tree automatically. So if you don't give food to the stomach, and if you try to supply food to the eyes and to the ears, and what will be your health? Similarly, so long we don't love Krishna, then whether those so-called love we are showing to the society, friendship and love and country and community, they are all futile attempt. Therefore, in spite of so much advancement of so-called civilization, there is no love between one another. You try to love Krishna, then everything will be perfect. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization, please do share with us. 5, 4, 3.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी
यस
इसमें
प्रभु।
क्या है, मात्र अपने शुद्ध भक्तों के साथ भगवान के आचरण के महत्व को समझ लेने से ही मोक्ष प्राप्त किया जा सकता है। तो प्रभु जी प्रश्न मेरा ये है कि भक्त तो भक्त होता है, फिर उसमें शुद्ध कौन है, अशुद्ध कौन है और विशुद्ध कौन है, पहला। दूसरा है, भगवान के आचरण के महत्व को समझ लेने से ही मोक्ष प्राप्त किया जा सकता है। तो हम भगवान का आचरण कैसे समझेंगे? जैसे उन्होंने कंस का वध किया, फिर तो उसको भी मोक्ष मिला। फिर पूतना राक्षसी का वध किया, उसको भी मोक्ष मिला। फिर मधु नाम के राक्षस को भी वध किया, उसको भी मोक्ष मिला। तो फिर इसमें उनके आचरण को कैसे समझा जा सकता है?
बहुत अच्छा सवाल है। आपका पहला सवाल क्या था?
पहला सवाल है, मात्र अपने शुद्ध भक्तों के साथ भगवान के
शुद्ध
आचरण
भक्त और विशुद्ध भक्त।
शुद्ध कौन है,
शुद्ध
विशुद्ध कौन है और अशुद्ध कौन है?
हाँ, भक्तों में 3 कैटेगरी होता है। एक है कर्म मिश्र भक्ता, और ज्ञान मिश्र भक्ता, और अष्टांग योग मिश्र भक्ता, और शुद्ध भक्ता। तो कर्म मिश्र भक्त वो है जो कि भक्ति तो करता है कृष्ण भगवान को, उसको पता है कि कृष्ण भगवान जो है स्वयं भगवान है, और उनके पास ही जाता है, वो कर्म वो करता है। लेकिन वो क्या है, भौतिक इच्छाओं को उनका सामने रखता है कि मुझे पैसा चाहिए, मुझे अच्छा लड़की चाहिए, शादी होना चाहिए, मुझे ये होना चाहिए, मुझे वो होना चाहिए। इस तरह का उसका जो भौतिक इच्छाओं को सामने रखता है, उसके लिए वो भक्ति करता है। उसको बोलते हैं अशुद्ध, यानी कि कर्म भक्ता, कर्म मिश्र भक्ति। उसके बाद दूसरा आता है ज्ञान प्राप्त करने के लिए, हमें सब कुछ मालूम होना चाहिए मुझे, सो नॉलेज के लिए, ज्ञान के लिए जो कृष्ण भगवान के भक्ति करता है, उसको बोलते हैं ज्ञान मिश्र भक्ति। और एक है अष्टांग सिद्धि के लिए कृष्ण भगवान के ऊपर मेडिटेट करता है, ध्यान लगाता है, ताकि मैं हवा में उड़ूं, मैं जो है जो भी चाहिए मुझे मैं अपने आप प्राप्त कर लूं, कहीं भी पहुंचूं, मैं किसी को भी अपने वश में करूं। इस तरह का सिद्धि प्राप्त करने के लिए कोई भक्ति करता है, वो है योग मिश्र भक्ति। और शुद्ध भक्ति वो है जिनको और कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए, उनका तो केवल कृष्ण भगवान का इंद्रियों को तृप्ति करना ही हमारा लक्ष्य रहता है, ना कि हमारा इंद्रियों को तृप्ति करना। तो ये है शुद्ध भक्ति। इस तरह भक्तों में भी भेद है, कोई कर्म मिश्र भक्त है तो कोई ज्ञान मिश्र भक्त है। अभी जो डेमिगॉड देवलोक हैं, इंद्रा वगैरह, ये सब जो है कर्म मिश्र भक्त हैं। उनको इंद्रिय तृप्ति के लिए वो भक्ति करेंगे, लेकिन इंद्रिय तृप्ति चाहते हैं, उनको भौतिक इच्छा है, तो वो कर्म मिश्र भक्त होते हैं। तो इस तरह कई किस्म का भक्त है। लेकिन शुद्ध भक्त वो है जो कि केवल कृष्ण भगवान को सेवा, कृष्ण भगवान को संतुष्ट करने के लिए सेवा करना चाहता है, ना कि अपनी इंद्रिय तृप्ति के लिए वो सेवा कर रहा है, वो है शुद्ध भक्त। और दूसरा सवाल,
भगवान के आचरण के महत्व को, तो भगवान ने आचरण जो किया है, जैसे कंस का वध किया, पूतना राक्षसी का वध किया, मधु का वध किया, और फिर जो है सो पांडवों के साथ मिल करके कुरुक्षेत्र में लड़ाई की, तो हम उनके आचरण को कैसे समझेंगे?
हाँ, ये है 4 अध्याय में भगवत गीता में 9वां श्लोक में गया, जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम एवं यो वेति तत्वतः त्यक्त्वा देव पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति शो अर्जुना। तो जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम, भगवान का जो यहाँ पर जन्म लेना है, जैसे देवी की नंदन, यशोदा नंदन, इस तरह जन्म लेना, और उनका जो कार्य करना, कंस का वध करना या पांडवों के साथ रहना, इस तरह का जो कार्य वो करते हैं, इनको जो दिव्य करके तत्व में सही में समझता है, वो है जो कि शुद्ध भक्त बन जाएगा, और उसको पुनर्जन्म नहीं मिलता है। क्योंकि कृष्ण भगवान को जो मनुष्य की रूप में
प्रभु जी आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
तरह ये कुछ कार्य कर, कृष्ण भगवान का जो बदन है वो सच्चिदानंद विग्रह, ना कि उनका बदन हमारा ही तरह नहीं है। वो हमारे को जब मनुष्य के रूप में आते हैं, लेकिन वो मनुष्य बन के नहीं रहते हैं, वो मनुष्य की तरह कार्य करते हैं, लेकिन वो दिव्य है। क्यों दिव्य हैं? क्योंकि उनका जो आकार है वो सत चिद आनंद विग्रह है, और वो अपनी अंदर जो इंटरनल पोटेंसी यानी योग माया की जरिए वो आते हैं, ना कि हमारी तरह बद्ध जीव बन के नहीं आते। तो इस चीज को जो समझता है वो कृष्ण भगवान का कोई भी कार्य को जो है वो भक्ति मार्ग से सुनता है और समझता है, श्रवणम कीर्तनम, तो वो भक्त है। तो वो भगवान का कोई भी हरकत है वो साधारण भौतिक हरकत नहीं है, इस बात को हमें समझना चाहिए। तभी हम जो है सेवन मुखे ही जिह्वादो स्वयं एव स्फुरत्यः, तब हमको भगवान के बारे में बाकी सब कुछ अपने आप स्वयं एव स्फुरत्यः, अपने आप अपने हृदय से हम समझ पाएंगे, जब इन चीज को हम सही सही समझेंगे तो तत्व।
धन्यवाद प्रभु।
Thank you very much. Any other
हरि
questions
बोल।
for anybody?
हरि बोल।
Yes, हरि
जो
बोल।
पूजा वर्शिप अपराध जो है वो जब हम नहाने के बाद में तिलक लगा करके हम पक्का वैष्णव ड्रेस पहन के घर में, ये घर में अपराध होता है, मंदिर में अपराध होता। पहले बात, अगर घर में होगा तो हम फुल वैष्णव ड्रेस में रहना पड़ेगा, या नॉर्मल पैंट और हम जो ड्रेस पहनते हैं घर में उसमें भी कर सकता है? ये सवाल है।
अपराध ना तो घर में होता है ना मंदिर में होता है। अपराध तो सेवा जो कर रहा है वो करता है, अपराध व्यक्तिगत होता है। जो सेवा करता है वो सेवा अपराध करता है, वो ड्रेस के ऊपर निर्भर नहीं है। वैसे डिवोटी अटायर में रहने से अपराध करने का चांसेस कम रहता है, क्योंकि वो अपने अंदर वो डिवोटी का अटायर एक भाव को लाता है, वो अच्छा है। किंतु वो कोई वो नहीं है, नियम नहीं है। तो इसलिए भक्ति का सेवा जब हम करेंगे, पूजा करेंगे, तो तुलसी आरती इसलिए रखा गया। पूजा वगैरह करने के बाद चाहे घर में करो या मंदिर में करो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, हर जगह पे भगवान है। और भगवान को मूर्ति के रख के एक बोनाफाइड स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर को स्वीकार करके हम भक्ति हो है हम घर में करेंगे। सेवा अपराध हम करेंगे, चाहे मंदिर में करने से भी हम सेवा अपराध करते हैं, घर में करने से भी हम सेवा अपराध करते हैं, क्योंकि हम बद्ध जीव हैं। इसलिए सेवा अपराध मुक्त होने के लिए तुलसी आरती रखा गया। तो तुलसी को 3 बूंद पानी देना है, और तुलसी को 4 बार परिक्रमा करना है, और अपनी सेवा को क्षमा मांगने से सेवा अधिकारी है तुलसी महारानी, वो आपका सेवा अपराधों को माफ करके और सेवा करने का क्षमता देते हैं। ड्रेस पहन करके, डिवोटी ड्रेस पहन करके सेवा करना वो अभ्यास है। जिस तरह आर्मी में जाते तो यूनिफॉर्म पहनते हैं ना, तो वो सिविल ड्रेस में पूरा दिन तो वो ड्यूटी नहीं कर सकता। इसी तरह जब हम भक्त बनते हैं तो भक्त का अपना लक्ष्य होता है, भक्त का अपना यूनिफॉर्म होता है, तो वो हम पहनने से हम भक्त दिखते हैं, भक्त बनते हैं। जैसा आर्मी का सिपाही अपना आर्मी का ड्रेस पहनने से वो आर्मी का सिपाही दिखता भी है और सिपाही बनता भी है। वो उसके अभ्यास उस ड्रेस से उसको सिपाही बना देता है। इसी तरह भक्त की ड्रेस में रह करके हम भक्ति करेंगे तो ये ड्रेस और वो हरकत सब मिल करके हमें भक्त बना देगा।
ओके,
थैंक यू। अच्छा सवाल था, उचित सवाल। 5 4 3 2 1 0. Thank you very much. So we'll resume our class on Monday at 7:30 morning mostly. Till then, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, परितपान शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, प्रणाम। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय।